So today I want to talk about how to optimize brain health with our longevity membership that we offer for our patients, and what are the benefits of all the items that are included on this membership, and how they can help you feel better, and all of that. So first, what is the connection between brain health and mental wellness? It's basically everything, It's our brain, it's the command center. It tells all the cells in our body how to function, tells our brain how to feel, determine our mood, So sometimes what we eat, it's so detrimental because all those neurotransmitters like serotonin produced in our guts, and they go to our brain, makes us happy or makes us down and depressed. We always say to people, you are what you eat, but it's the same with your brain, you feel how you feed your brain. And it's not only by nutrients, amino acids, good sleep and all of that, but also what you watch and what books you read and with what kind of people you hang out, that also has a huge impact on your brain health. So we will be basically focusing how to improve mental clarity, mood balance, and cognitive performance with our longevity membership. All of this is connected: clarity, balance, and cognition. So what we start with. So our membership includes QEEG, which is special brain scan that measure your brain electrical activity. And the scan looks exactly how it's on this picture, except you have a cap on top of it. And they measure electrical conduction on your brain, like when you listen to music. So it's measures different brain activities when your eyes are open and when your eyes are closed, and checks for different wavelengths like alpha, theta, gamma, and they are responsible for different moods, different feelings, and all of that. So identifies different patterns in your brain and then link those patterns and explain you exactly if they linked to anxiety, depression, ADHD. And after that, based on this QEEG brain scan, you can do a treatment called neurofeedback, when you basically focusing on opening some of those electrical pathways in your brain with the special neurofeedback treatment that Tana in our clinic here, she is basically specializing in that. She will create a special treatment plan for you based on your QEEG scan, and that you then come to her once a week or twice a week, and you will have this personalized feedback plan that is tailored just specifically for you to open your stuck pathways and balance your brain, and basically helps your brain be also more symmetrical. So sometimes we have one side of the brain more active and one it's more stuck because of PTSD, anxiety, chronic stress, trauma, also traumatic brain injuries, concussion, that also affects our brain function. So that's how we start with. We start with this very detailed QEEG brain scan. And then we have the whole membership, longevity membership, that you own it for 1 year, and that includes a lot of good things. So let's dive deeper into all the brain treatments that we offer. That membership not only will support your mental, but also physical health, because brain is mental and physical health, of course. So there will be nice targeted therapies. We'll go over your brain scan, and then we'll see which therapies and which tier will be the best for you to improve your brain function by improving your self-health and overall wellness. First thing, it's NAD. So NAD is an infusion of that NAD molecule that is precursor to ATP. And it's such an important molecule because we use NAD every second, every split second in every single cell in our body. That's how we produce energy. Doesn't matter if it's bone, if it's a muscle, it's a brain, every single cell needs NAD. It's like a fuel for mitochondria. So imagine a cell, it's like the car, and mitochondria is that engine, and that mitochondria needs the fuel to work. And NAD is that fuel. Basically makes you produce more ATP, that is energy molecule. So how does it help? So NAD boosts your brain function, reduces brain fog, supports cellular repair. It also can increase your neurotransmitters activity, especially serotonin. So it can make you happier, give you better perspective on life, help you improve memory and cognitive performance, because when you have enough energy in your brain, you have energy to do anything. You have energy to detox your brain, you have energy to clear all those old senescent cells. So that's what basically NAD does. clears and detox your system. So there's two ways to do NAD. One is when people do take supplements daily, that slightly increases their energy on a daily basis and helps with anti-aging. And there's another way to do NAD, which is like big NAD infusion of 500 milligrams. And that basically clears and detox all your cells. So that's the only IV infusion that's when you're doing it, you don't really feel that good. You feel like you're detoxing, like literally. You're short of breath, it's hard to breathe. You feel like some elephant is sitting on your chest. Your muscles are cramping. You feel like you're working out, you're detoxing. You're removing all the stuff and all of that happens. So it's a very unpleasant feeling. That's why slower you do it, the easier it is to do it. So one of my favorite infusions, it's really life-changing. You can feel so different right after infusion. Even though infusion itself is hard to go through, right after you feel amazing. Clear out all those like inflammatory molecules, cytokines from my brain. So we do NAD infusion in the best way possible. We not only detoxing you with NAD, but also we replace all your nutrients that are necessary for NAD to work and to produce more energy to help you detox. So our NAD infusions always pair with vitamin C, that is a very powerful antioxidant, with B12, that it's like an energy vitamin, B complex with all the other Bs that are important for brain health, and magnesium to relax your muscles. And magnesium, just like NAD, it's almost needed for every process in your body. So all of that combined with NAD will detox you, but also will enhance your energy, support your whole nervous system. It's very, very anti-inflammatory. It will help to regulate your mood. And then definitely like decreases the stress, which is very important, like protects your brain from this damaging hormone, cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So what is the dosing strategy? So in this membership, the highest tier, you will have 13 NAD infusions. So you will do basically one infusion a month. So that will be really, really nice to like boost, that energy. At the beginning, we'll more like stack them. So you do first 4 stack every 2 to 4 weeks to really nicely detox your body. And the rest of them will be like a maintenance to help to support that cellular health, cellular repair, and energy boost. So that's the program for our NAD infusions. It's 13 IVs included. Then we also support your mitochondrial health with some anti-aging peptides. So there's a lot of peptides that work specifically on your mitochondria. So you will receive 5 vials of MOTS-C peptide and also 5 vials of CJC Ipamorelin. So MOTS-C, it's basically mitochondrial anti-aging peptide. It works directly on mitochondria. That can give you more energy, also reduces brain inflammation, protects brain cells from oxidative stress, and also enhances resilience against neurodegenerative diseases. So a lot of people that have like dementia, Alzheimer, Parkinson running in their family, they love MOTS-C. Because MOTS-C, it's like, I call it like a silent helper because it works on mitochondrial level. It works on small little tiny, the engines in every single cell we have in our body. It really helps us, but it's not something we can notice immediately. It really helps over time. That's why I call it like a silent helper, because it's not something like, tirzepatide or semaglutide. You go on it and you lose a couple pounds in the first week. MOTS-C does not work like that. It really repairs your mitochondria, which at the beginning, it's something that we don't notice. But people with chronic diseases, with post-COVID, chronic inflammatory syndrome, all of that, for them, it's life-changing. So I really, really love MOTS-C. And how CJC Ipamorelin can help you. So CJC Ipamorelin, those are 2 different growth hormone-releasing peptides. One of them ghrelin receptors, and one of them works on a growth hormone-releasing receptors, both located in your pituitary gland. So CJC Ipamorelin targets both different type of receptor on pituitary glands and increases your growth hormone production. And a growth hormone, it's really amazing for deep sleep, really good for growth hormone release. So imagine when you were a child, you have a lot of growth hormones and your tissue healed faster. Your post-workout recovery was faster. You hit your brain and you didn't have like any, concussion and things like that. You just keep running and feeling great. As we age, growth hormone levels decreased and we heal slower, and we have more inflammation, and we don't sleep that well like kids used to sleep. So CGC Ipamorelin is really amazing to promote deep sleep. We naturally produce a little bit of growth hormones at night, of course, when we sleep, uninterrupted. If we go to bed at the same time, also enhances that synaptic plasticity. So you have more neuroplasticity when you're on CGC Ipamorelin, and also increases cognitive function and helps with the memory. So it's really like a really good brain peptides. Not to even mention also increase your muscle mass, help you burn fat. A lot of people said like when they're on CGC Ipamorelin, they finally can burn that stubborn fat that they have in her lower belly, that like none of the other treatment, exercise or diet help them remove that. So it's really good for weight loss. We don't necessarily use it mostly for weight loss. We use it for overall well-being, muscle mass, increase fat burning, and of course the brain activity. That's like my favorite thing that CGC Ipamorelin does. So you'll be basically rotating those peptides. You will stay on MOTS-C, and then we'll do CGC Ipamorelin, because peptides are meant for like pulsating therapy. You want to be on it, and they kind of stop. So your brain is like, oh wow, we really felt amazing on it. Let's start boosting our own production of those crucial peptides, because all the peptides that we have, our body naturally produces, but because of aging, that production decline. So what we do, giving our body a little bit extra boost of them, and stimulate its production to make us feel how we used to feel, like before the puberty, before that all aging and deterioration started. So that's how we support mitochondria anti-aging peptide. And like I said, you get 5 vials of each. Then the next step is the glutathione. You also receive liposomal glutathione. Glutathione is my favorite master antioxidant. It's like the strongest antioxidant. So it really protects your brain cells from oxidative stress, supports detoxification, reduce that inflammation, but specifically that neuroinflammation, the one in the brain. And also just in general enhances cognitive function. So I love glutathione for everything. I put people on glutathione for detox, to detox heavy metals, some mold, stuff like that. So it's really detoxing compound that also reduces oxidative stress, that also helps with the brain function. So glutathione is also needed in a phase 1 metabolism of any type of toxins. So every toxin in our body has to go through 2 phases in our liver. And to support that first phase, we really, really need that glutathione. So you'll be receiving the glutathione liposomal 6 bottles for a whole year, and that will be like under the tongue glutathione. And also you will receive some omega-3 fatty acids. So, oh my gosh, I can talk forever about the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids. A lot of people take them because they know they reduce their cholesterol, bad fats. Those days we have an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. So that's when omega-3 fish oil comes in to kind of balance that overactive omega-6s. We have a lot of canola oil, cottonseed oils, all type of crazy seed oils and vegetable oils. And we have that imbalance between omega-6 to omega-3. So we need more of those animal fats. We need more omega-3 specifically from fish. So benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, first of all, boosts your immune system. Better immune system, you don't get sick as often, helps your brain. Also, omegas are really amazing to like thin your blood, so prevent blood clots, thinner the blood, no stroke, no heart attacks. They did a study that they were giving people with Alzheimer's and dementia omega-3 fatty acids, really, really high doses, between 2 to 4 grams. And a group that was taking it for 5 years, the symptoms of Alzheimer's and dementia, all they stay the same. And group that didn't receive omega-3 fatty acid actually really deteriorated, and their memory was like much worse. That was 5 years prior. So omegas are my favorites. They were giving it to children with autism, huge improvement. They were giving to children with ADHD, bunch of study posted, and huge improvement in ADHD. So if you think on any mental cognition, like issues, or mental disorder, think omega-3 fatty acids. Basically, like the best thing for your brain, because our brain's made of fat. So omegas support that brain structure. They also are very anti-inflammatory in high doses, between 2 to 4 grams. They can enhance your cognitive function, improve the communication between your neurons, and protects against age-related cognitive decline, Alzheimer's and dementia. So one of my favorites as well. And then you will be receiving 6 bottles of omega-3 fatty acids for a whole year. High dose ones. So it's 1 gram per capsule. So you just only need 2 capsules to get 2 grams, which is a lot of omegas. Other brands, you probably have to take like 6 or 7 or 8 capsules to get that gram. So really, really nice high dose of omegas. Another things we'll be giving you probiotics because, oh my gosh, probiotics, that's what we're going to talk about, gut-brain connection. If your gut works well, your brain works well. If you have a leaky gut, you have a leaky brain. Yeah, there is a thing like leaky brain. So leaky gut basically means those little gaps in your mucosa in your gut. Those little cells are supposed to be nice and tight, and above the cells, you're supposed to have a mucin layer that protects any toxins to go between and squeeze between. When you have a leaky gut because of eating toxins, processed food, canola oil, all the seed oils, basically disrupts your mucin layer because you don't have enough good bacteria to protect. Some bacteria are really good for us and they produce that mucin layer. They basically produce that little coating that supports our gut. So when we eat unhealthy and we don't have good microbiome, those bacteria are reduced, that mucin layer get basically breaking down, and then those cells are getting open up because mucin layer doesn't protect them anymore. So what happens when you eat toxins? All those toxins leak through the mucin layer, open up cells straight to your bloodstream. That's why sometimes when people eat, half an hour, 1 hour after eating, they feel sick. They feel brain fog. They're like, oh, this post-lunch, brain fog. That's not from necessarily eating. Food doesn't cause that. It's the leaky gut that makes everything leak to your bloodstream and go straight to your leaky brain, because the brain barrier, it's the same as the gut barrier. And all those toxins leak to your brain and you feel foggy and you feel bad. So that's where the probiotics comes in to heal your gut, to help that inflammation over there. So by supporting gut health, we'll support your brain health, which will also have a huge impact on your mood, cognitive function, and that will enhance your serotonin production because 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. So that's where you'll be receiving 6 bottles of probiotics, SBO probiotics, and 2 bottles of microbiome probiotics, which are spore biotics. So it's good to always balance between regular probiotics and spore biotics. Spores is like the mother, the stronger version of bacteria. So that's what you're going to get. We also will put you on rapamycin. So there's a lot of study from David Sinclair book about benefits of rapamycin. He wrote almost multiple pages about how it works, but it basically works by inhibiting mTOR pathways, which mTOR pathways are related to aging, senescent cells, zombie cells production, and all of that. So by taking once a week rapamycin, you basically promote that cellular renewal. You basically are stopping that mTOR, which is and that can help with cognitive decline. It can enhance your neuroplasticity. It can reduce your inflammation and all of that. So really amazing. So you will receive, of course, 1 tablet per week. So you will receive 52 pills of rapamycin to stop that aging. Other things we're gonna work on that will be, of course, B vitamins, metal factors. So B vitamins are important for everything if it comes to brain. If you look at the B vitamins deficiency symptoms and mental health disorders symptoms, like when people have anxiety, brain fog, schizophrenia, paranoia, all those things are basically, the symptoms are the same as the vitamin B deficiency symptoms. So they match. Not having enough B vitamins in your body can mimic a lot of those hardcore mental diseases. That's why it's so important to take Bs, and it's so important to take methylated forms of B12, methylated form of methyl tetrahydrofolate, the folic acid, because you need that metal donor. Those vitamins basically go to your liver, give that metal to your liver, and that's how your liver is able to detox anything. It needs to methylate toxins to make them more water soluble so you can excrete them safely through your kidneys. Also improve moods and all of that. The same is with vitamin D, which will be next one we talk about. You'll be getting vitamin D shots, and vitamin D, it's like nature's antidepressants. So a lot of people feel down, depressed, they go to the doctors. Doctors never check their D vitamins and put on antidepressants. And if you actually check their vitamin D level, it's 20 or 15. And we in functional medicine want to be between 70 to 100. So very low vitamin D level basically mimic depression. So nobody's antidepressant deficient. We usually are vitamin D deficient, B complex deficient. Sometimes we just don't have good and open detox paths in our liver, and that causes depression. So the most important is to find the root cause and address it. There's a lot of benefits of D vitamins. They were trying to call it a hormone because it takes part in so many processes in our body. The only thing is hormones, they have to be produced, and vitamins have to be taken. We just obtain them from the nature. And something happened with our food quality. We all deficient vitamin D, which is really important for mood and for immune system as well, boosting neuroprotection and also boosting neurotransmitter activity, helps produce serotonin, dopamine as well. We also will be encouraging you to do prolonged fasting mimicking diet, because fasting, oh my gosh, it's everything. After 3 days of fasting, you go into this stage called autophagy, which is cellular cleanup. So imagine every single cell in your body lives a certain amount of time. Red blood cells live 120 days. Some skin cells live probably like a couple of days and they get shed. Every cell has a certain amount of time and constantly we produce new cells, old one dies. New cells, old one dies. So what happened when we are young, we produce cells, they die, and we clean them. Cellular cleanup happens so quick, so easily. After a certain age, which is like usually after puberty, when the aging starts, we clear those dead cells slower and slower and slower. And those dead cells are called senescent cells, or another strict name for it, like a zombie cells. And what they do, they make other cells around them sick. To clear them up from our system, we have to activate that autophagy. And how we activate it? By fasting. So after 3 days of not eating or fasting, getting into ketosis, you finally start clearing up all the senescent cells. So I like prolonged fasting mimicking diet because you fast for 5 days, but you still eat fiber. So you still like moving your guts. You're not making your stomach lazy. It has to still work, basically process that fiber. You're still going to bathroom, which is very important, and give you a special drink to retain your muscle mass. So you're not losing your muscles when you're fasting, which also can happen when you just do a water fast. You end up losing a lot of weight, but you end up losing muscles, bones, fat tissue. And then also, it's not good for your brain to fast for a prolonged period of time. So this diet is specifically designed so you're not losing your mental cognition, you're not losing your muscle mass, your bone mass, you're just burning fat and cleaning those senescent cells, those zombies. We also will offer you some stem cell secretomes IV push once a year. So you will receive 3 vials of exosomes. And exosomes are those little molecules produced by stem cells that tell other cells around to differentiate, to heal, to lower inflammation. Those are really, really powerful molecules. If anybody could afford exosomes, I would really recommend to every single person. But this is included in the membership. So you will start detoxing with NAD, you'll do all this membership program, and in the end, when your body's ready to receive the anti-inflammatory molecules, that's when we do IV infusion with exosomes. They come from stem cells, so they help with cellular repair, regeneration, support neurogenesis, so actually formation of new nerve cells, not just neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is like adding, so you have connection between your cells, and neuroplasticity is adding more connection. But neurogeneration is basically growing more nerve cells all around. So actually heal your brain. And we also will offer the Nutrigenomics and MTHFR gene testing, because what happens, a lot of people have this MTHFR gene mutation. They cannot methylate, they have problem with methylating, and methylation is the detox pathway in our liver. Some people just need more methylation support when they have MTHFR gene mutations. So we do this very extensive genetic testing called Nutrigenomics, when you will get like a nice little booklet with all your genes nicely written down, like telling you exactly you have a tendency that you will always have low vitamin D. So it's not like you have to be on a vitamin D when it's low and stop it. You might have to stay on it forever, or always eat foods that are rich in vitamin D. So it gives you all your genes, gives you recommendation what to eat to support some of them not ideal genes, but also gives you supplements as well. So diet and supplements, it's really extensive, really awesome genetic testing that we'll do. It will help us understand how we can balance the nutrients specifically to your genes. And then lastly, optional metformin prescription. Metformin also become very big deal, because of David Sinclair book. That's optional. Metformin it's a diabetic medication and also can stop that mTOR pathway. I'm more fan of rapamycin, to be honest, but It's optional. We can send you prescription, and that can also help additionally support your weight loss and also your brain health. So yeah, all those therapies work in conjunction together. That's why we come up with this beautiful longevity membership, because one thing implements another, helps another one work. We'll just like support oxidative stress in your body, but we don't replace your vitamin D that you're deficient in, and you're still not gonna feel amazing. That's why we really, really combine all those therapies, cell secretomes, peptides, supplements, and scan and genetic testing, so we can understand what's going on and how to customize that plan specifically for you. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Let me know if you have any question about the longevity membership. We have 3 different tiers of it. You can remove some items and then end up being cheaper. If you have any question about the pricing and everything, don't hesitate to call the front desk and we can present that for you. Different tiers, different pricing. Hopefully that will be life-changing for you and help you understand your body more and optimize your brain. Okay, if you have any question, guys, just don't hesitate to reach out the front desk. It was fun to present that for you today. Hopefully see you soon in the clinic.